Hello everyone, welcome in. It's been a while since I've done one of these. We are back with the return of a classic race watch along. Last night we had NWP with Jarrett and Eric here on my channel, and I decided, hey, last night was fun. Let's go live once again. And we're going to be tuning in to the 2006 Pepsi 400. I put it out to a poll on the community tab between the I think 2000, 2002, 2004, 2006. Just went through some even number years in the early 2000s. You guys selected the 2006 Pepsi 400. They're racing the Coke Zero Sugar 400 this weekend, which is what used to be known as Pepsi 400. So hello to everyone in the chat. Got a few of you guys hanging out here, a bunch of the regulars here. We're all hanging out, having a good time here. And you guys hearing me okay? You know, let me know. And let's get into, go ahead and go to this screen here. Appreciate Brett, 22 fan forever, being the guy who uploaded this to YouTube. Show some love. Go make sure you subscribe to him on YouTube for putting this up here for us all to watch tonight. And with that being said, let me check my volume. Okay, it's not going to be too loud in my ears. And I believe this should be correct. And let's get into it.
On top of the plate,
and hold on, got to fix my speakers here real quick. Okay, now it's in my headphones. Had a little mess up here. A little glitch with my computer here lately. It's been doing that to us, but here we go. Let me know if this is too loud. If it's if you can hear me over the commentary, let me know. I'll wait for the chat to kind of catch up and tell me. MVR owner, good to see you. Your mom 66, thanks for coming. Kendall 42, thanks for coming. Ryan, thanks for coming.
We don't really expect rain, but those big anvil clouds.
Just make sure, guys, no spoilers. People haven't seen this race before. Not everyone has. Been a while since I saw this one. Really don't remember too much about it here, so it's gonna be nice to get into this one, kind of, you know, rewatch it a little bit.
What's it like going around this 2.5?
Still sounds a little too loud in my ears. I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit for me. Zachary says it's all good. Good deal. Good deal. Got an interview with Tony Stewart. What's he saying?
It's like being inside a professional game of chess with 43 players.
Professional game of chess.
The banking of the corners, the
Jeff Gordon, back in the day.
Close we are. I mean, we're inches off of one another, doing 190 miles an hour. You know, drafting back and forth, constant action. There's something going on.
KCMO Rail fan says they were 5 years old in 2006 when this race happened. Wow.
Handling is so important. You see cars that can't handle well. You see them that do handle well. A lot of side-by-side action.
It's the track for NASCAR in Daytona. I was lucky enough to
Yeah, McKee boys. Hopefully 2025 schedules do come out soon. It'd be nice if they would hurry up and get that out there. Jalen Ducci 88. Hope I said that right. Said they were at this race. Said that their dad and them used to go to the Pepsi 400 every year. That's pretty cool. Yeah, RG5 Gaming said back when Fox was good, and it's kind of funny to think that this race is being shown by Fox. I think I traditionally think of this being, you know, the summer race, and for the longest time it's shown by, like, I think TNT had it, sometimes NBC would have it, and so yeah, it is interesting that Fox is actually the one showing this. So I guess that year, Fox showed both Daytona races.
In what was then the Firecracker 400. Cale Yarborough won this race 4 times. Dale Earnhardt, Jeff Gordon, Richard Petty, and Fireball Roberts 3 times each.
So we're getting ready to go racing here.
Will etch their name into the record book tonight.
And I need to look at that front row. I think it's someone different on the front row for this one, isn't it?
It's going to be a big old Saturday night party. Reach up there and pull those belts tight one more time.
All right, DW, give it to us. Give it to us, DW. Come on, do it. Say it. Say it. Oh, you miss it. You miss it. You really do. So on the pole for this race is Boris Said? That's who's on the pole in the 60 car? Wow. David Stribby's up there. Joe Nemechek. There's rookie Denny Hamlin. Dale Jarrett. Martin Truex Jr. in his last season this year. Jimmy Johnson. Kenseth. Yaley.
Looks like the pace lap, only 3 times as fast.
Got Tony Stewart getting a bump draft from Jeff Gordon here. It's funny that some cameras are in high definition, and then the roof cameras are still in standard. Gosh, I wish I could have got to see a Gen 4 race at a super speedway. Those motors just sound so good. Tony Stewart going to lead the first lap, everybody. RG5 Gaming said, not going to lie, I think TNT and ESPN had the best coverage from 2011 to 2014. They were amazing. That is true. It's very underrated coverage back then. Very underrated.
Does that mean he won't be as good in the race as the drivers who were locked in?
Ooh, someone's getting a little squirrely back there. Jimmy Johnson and someone behind him. Hey, Bailey Riker, appreciate that $1.99 super chat. Only Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin are still active. Wait, are you serious? Okay, yeah. Okay, retired. Racing, gone. Still racing. Gone. Kind of Johnson. I'm gonna count him. He's done some. Biffle, not so much anymore. Yaley sometimes. Kyle Busch. Alex Taylor gone. Kurt Busch gone. Mike Wallace gone. Marlin gone. Mark Martin gone. Quaffle gone. McMurray gone. Newman gone. Vickers gone. Riggs gone. Raines gone. Harvick gone. Boyer gone. Robbie Gordon gone. Riggs gone. Bobby Labonte gone. Edwards gone way too fast. Jeff Green gone. Mears gone. Mayfield gone. Burton gone. Petty gone. Earnhardt Jr. gone. Sorensen gone. Blaney, his son's here. Kane gone. Chaffin gone. Waltrip gone. He likes Danny Dye. Sadler. Yep. That's only five people in this race are still racing. One of them, can you count it a lot, Jimmy Johnson? It's only 5 of them are still racing.
Whether or not the driver was forced down to the inside. Watch that silver number 40.
I think he chose to go there. You can see right there.
Oh, we just missed that crazy move right there. That was Strimmy making that move?
The guys behind him back up a little bit, and he lets him back in front of him.
Hey, low key though. David Strimmy's Coors Light Silver Bullet car looked really good with that black roof. That was a good touch for it.
Kyle Busch and Mike Wallace coming up the outside in that pack in the outside lane. Among the dark horses, count Mike Wallace.
Mike Wallace was another one of those cars, the James Finch car, the one car had to qualify on time. Same deal.
I was looking for Kyle Busch. I was like, what car is he in? I guess he's in the Cheez-It car. I was looking for Neon. I saw one in the back, but he's in the Cheez-It car. There's his brother Kurt. Who's that flying in 21? Whoa. Super Speedway racing back in the Gen 4s was just an art, man. It just looks so beautiful seeing these cars racing around Daytona. Oh, is that who's in that car? Is that the Shamu car? But I can't remember who drove that one. I didn't get a good look at it. Who's in the Shamu car? Which one was that?
There's a couple of huge bumps. One just as you start off turn 2, the car.
Yeah, Jalen Ducci says back when Daytona had seats in the backstretch. That is true. Yeah. As recently as I've gone to Daytona, yeah, they've been gone ever since.
Southeast this weekend. We hope it's the one after the race.
Well, we hope it's the one that's planned.
Right.
Looking back at Jeff Burton in that 31 car, this is a
just something about this car, how the front bumper was just so smooth on it. I just really like the way this car looks for some reason. The Super Speedway package in particular. Yeah, okay, and there's that Coors Light car. I like that touch of black on it. Hey, Rasheem Hall. Who was your championship for the Cup Series? Ooh. That's a good question. I guess I'd put, if it's just right now, put Kyle Larson in there. I would put
Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s teammate, we're looking at him right now, Martin Truex Jr.
Denny Hamlin in there.
In the top 5.
7 laps in and still.
I think I'd put Tyler Reddick in there.
As David Stremme
The fourth one's hard.
comes out.
Oh, we got a caution out. Caution's out.
You won't believe it.
As for the
There's a
fourth
beach
one,
ball. We're at Daytona Beach. There's a beach ball on the back straight.
there's a beach ball. That's the caution for the beach ball.
Have you ever?
No, I've never.
Look at that. There it is.
Well, I don't think I knew about it. Kyle Busch is going to try to hit it.
Surely not.
My fourth one. Who would I say?
Boy, Greg Biffle and Scott Riggs getting together off the corner.
It's tough. There's a lot of good ones, but I'll say Penske car can get hot all of a sudden, and we'll just say Ryan Blaney's back to defend his championship. So that's my championship 4.
All of our Fox commentators had a swing.
Yeah, Jeff Gordon is in the Superman car in this one. Quite a few Hendrick drivers have ran Superman cars and DC comic book characters, now that you think about it.
First half of the season, it's hard not to notice Tony Stewart's
Drink some water here. And my Nashville Super Speedway water bottle.
The race after that goes 500 miles in Pocono. Then in Michigan, his car wrecks early.
Tony Stewart hammering on his car.
Working on it. That's a mentality, a warrior mentality that any athlete in any sport can appreciate.
So, see, it's kind of nice how this recorded. We skip all the commercials and we just get straight into the race. Kenseth is in the R&L Carriers car in this one.
He is going to take outside tires, fuel, and that's it. He's done already. Matt.
Top right of your screen, Jeff Gordon smoked it slightly into his pit box as the one of Martin Truex is already away. Right side tires.
By the way, question for you guys. How do you like this setup here, where you got me in a box, the race in a box, and some graphics here? That way it's not just a full screen race the entire time. You know, just a little bit of YouTuber work here, if you will. Let me know what you think of that. Alessandro Sebastian asked me, Danny B, what's my thoughts on Denny Hamlin penalty? It's a big penalty, and that could definitely come back to bite him for sure. Especially when we get to playoffs. Losing those playoff points can be a big deal, as we found out before.
9 laps complete. First caution flag of the night in Daytona.
It drifted right into the side of, who was that he hit there coming off turn 4, Mike?
So Boris Sid, your pole sitter, has had some contact.
Boris is the one that got into the side of Riggs. Car looked like it was in a four-wheel
Timmy
drive.
Wolf says it looks nice. Appreciate that.
The safety car will go
Cars
green.
Boy 95 says, man, the covers back then was so much better.
David Stremme actually stayed out an extra lap in that 40 car to lead a lap. Martin Truex Jr.
What are the chances that Kevin Harvick wins the Daytona 500 a photo finish next year, 2007? Not gonna happen, man. Mark Martin's year's been coming for so long. He's gonna have that race dominated, I think. Mark Martin's got it next year, guys. What are you talking about?
Single file restart as you watch them come up to speed.
And it takes about a full lap with that carburetor restriction.
A1 says 2006 is their favorite NASCAR season. It's a good season. It's a good season. If you need to get the game, NASCAR 07, if this is your favorite season, because that'd be the season for it. I've got it on PS2 upstairs.
Mike Wallace on the bottom trying to get past.
It is kind of funny, Super Speedway racing back then, you have like packs, break up some more packs, but not tight, like 2 and 3 wide packs. It's really, you know, kind of a racing of side draft these cars and just kind of working with one another more so than it is today, I'd say.
Because right now, our top 7, after completing one lap after the restart, they are lined up in the way the draft works, and now they're no longer lined up. There goes Greg Biffle in the 16th, the outside.
So Greg Biffle is trying to take the lead away from Truex there.
That's the best way through the air. You can pull away from cars running side by side.
Now he's going to get the run from Jeff Gordon, though, coming behind him.
Away from anybody very far because nobody's going to stay single file very long.
Jeff Gordon and Tony Stewart pull up the.
Man, that Eminem's car back there looks nice. You got to miss seeing Eminem's car, no matter if it was the Yates cars, the Kyle Busch cars. Eminem's cars always look really good. And also, low-key, this is Greg Biffle in a Subway car. Subway cars always look good, too, in my opinion. Kind of miss seeing those in NASCAR. And a Home Depot car, for that matter. I missed the hardware stores in general. I guess we have Menards. I went into a Menards here recently. It was actually pretty impressive. It went to the Menards in Bowling Green, Kentucky. was pretty impressed with the store. You get groceries at Menards. I didn't know that. You can build a house and furnish a house at the same time.
He needs to keep his car up front. It runs so much better.
It's more if your handling was good and if your tires didn't fade off instead of just fuel saving 20 car pack. Yeah, that is true. That is true.
And when your car's not turning,
yeah, Jonathan, handling mattered so much more back then. What, Dad? You're saying Juan Pablo Montoya is racing in NASCAR in 2007? I can't believe it, guys. Juan Montoya. He's coming to NASCAR. Ryan Sicard says that his brother likes Home Depot and he likes Lowe's. They're both good. We've been doing a lot of home projects here lately. And we've done a lot of shopping between Lowe's and Home Depot. That's actually a grill at Home Depot that I want to get sometime here soon. But it's not the cheapest grill in the world. But still some more home projects get done first, though. Billy88 Joe says Carl Edwards' Subway Fresh Fit car was BA. Yes, it was. He probably had the best Subway cars. Tony Stewart Subway car, meh. Oh, he's in the Hershey's car. I forgot about that one. Kevin Harvick's in the Hershey's car. It looks good. I'd go for a Hershey bar right about now. Man, I love that camera shot. Just getting him going for the turn like that. Oh, we got a wreck. Jeff Burton goes around. Single car accident, looks like. He's going to keep it undamaged, too.
But the good news is, as you can see right there, Daryl, you've talked about this a lot. There should be no grass on the inside of a racetrack. If there had been grass there, it would not stop till it hit the inside wall.
Wow, we've been having debates about grass at Daytona for years. That's 06. And Larry Max going off about the fact that there's no grass right there. And then ultimately, you know, what happened to Ryan Preece last year. And now the grass is gone. I know a lot of people are sad, but, I mean, Larry had a good point all the way back then. You know, that right there is the only reason Jeff Burton went for this crash of no damage. The fact there's no grass right there.
Oh, Daryl. Deja vu all over again. Jeff Burton and Casey Mears.
Yeah, same two cars that had trouble in practice.
So he just kind of come down in front of 42, it looks like.
And Casey Mears gets in the back of him. Look what happened in practice when Jeff Burton cuts down a tire. Look who the other two cars involved are.
Oh, what happened to him in practice?
And again, everyone was a victim in this situation right here. This was in the very final practice. Jeff Burton,
what happened? Oh, he just had a tire go down. I was like, he lose talent? No, it's a tire. Man, them cars got tore up. Orange wheels look amazing on that car. So yeah, that is funny though, how those two same cars end up in that crash and this crash. Well, I only say crash, just spin. He didn't really crash here. He definitely crashed in practice.
Front. Well, he's out front. Why would you come in right now after a few laps?
So this is why Jeff Gordon's in the Superman car. They had a lot of combination sponsorship there between Pepsi and Superman this time.
About a fourth of a run. They can run about 35 to 38 laps on fuel.
You see that?
Yeah, William Rowlands. A lot of people did love the grass, but it was pretty dangerous. You got to admit that.
Here, this is a new deal, and I don't think there's another car out there that has that additional mirror. And you can see, look through it, and you can see what he sees cars behind him over on his left side.
Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, he's using about 3 mirrors. He's using those 2 mirrors, plus he also has a mirror on the left side of the
Sorry if you heard a random noise.
Plus his spotter.
I think that was just a work notification. I'll go ahead and mute that so that doesn't make any more noise.
And there's a little look at the added mirror out there by the left A-post.
So wait, I'm confused. They're talking about mirrors? Was that not a thing before 2006? Am I just that naive? Did they not have... Oh wait, I guess they had the one mirror, and then some of the other ones are kind of additional mirrors, I guess.
Thanks for being with us, sir. Nice to see you're in good health.
Good to be here. Yeah, the doc signed off on me for another period of time here. So.
All right, so good enough to attend the race. You ever address a crowd that big?
Oh, wait, this
I
is...
think 140, 150.
Oh, Dick Cheney.
That's probably the biggest
That's
crowd
who it
I
is?
ever spoke to live. Yeah.
And your first...
It's been so long since I've seen him, I didn't recognize him.
First time I've been, to a live NASCAR event. I watched it, of course, on television like everybody has.
So he said this is his first time that Dick Cheney, he was the vice president at the time. That's the first race that he had went to.
What goes on in the pits and with the teams and the crews, there's so much to learn about the intricacies of the sport. It's really
Anyone else going to watch a few college games on Saturday? Jake Hobby said, yeah, that FSU Georgia Tech game definitely looks to be the most interesting one this weekend. You see the power T on my chest here. That will be Tennessee and Chattanooga are going to play August 31st. I'm going to that game. I got me a ticket to that game. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to rooting on the balls. They're going to wear their gray uniforms first game of the season. So that should be pretty cool. So looking forward to watching that.
Air Force 2, you get to travel around. What was your first car, Vice President?
First car I ever owned.
I know there's been a lot of debate online about the Ronald Reagan car, whether or not that's a political ad or not. I say it's not. It's a movie. It's a biopic about Ronald Reagan. Now this, what they're doing right here, this is a straight political stunt here. Just having Dick Cheney, the vice president, talking throughout the entirety of this part of the race. So say what you will. I'd rather have just a movie about a former president and before putting a politician right on TV like that. Jake Hobby says UGA opens Clemson. Hey, I will give you this, UGA, tougher schedule than what y'all have had in recent years. I gotta say that. It ain't gonna be easy to go undefeated this year. I don't think there'll be a single undefeated SEC team this year. I think Tennessee has a floor of 8-4, has a ceiling 11-1. I think 11-1 is possible, but I think 10-2. 10-2 is a realistic prediction for Tennessee this year for me.
Service-sponsored cars, especially Army and the National.
Someone said, by the way, apparently Pixar is making a NASCAR movie called Cars. Well, what's it going to be? Are they actually going to make like little NASCAR drivers and stuff, driving cars or something like that?
Measured by how they perform out here on the track. So it's a meritocracy.
At nearby Cape Canaveral, the space shuttle delayed until tomorrow because of weather. I guess you were going to go see.
Yeah, we were there.
Kevin Q says, will NASCAR repave Daytona in the next 10 years? Let's see, it's 2006. So maybe by 2011 we might be looking at a repave, if I had to guess. Ryan Paulding, Danny, besides Bowman, who are your next 4 favorite drivers?
It's a pleasure having you here, and thanks very much for stopping by.
Let's see.
Let's rejoin Darrell Larry and Mike.
I mean, like Carson hosts bar.
Broadcaster Ken Squire often described these drivers as common men doing uncommon
Kyle Busch has grown on me. I want to see him win again, just because it's sad seeing him not win.
Jeff Gordon is trying to fend off Matt Kenseth, Gordon's teammate Jimmy Johnson, Tony Stewart,
Oddly enough, Kyle Busch has always been kind of one of the more nicer guys to talk to in media stuff, for me at least. I don't know why. He just always has been, never been rude to me or anything. At least not personally. Chase Elliott, my wife's favorite, so, kind of natural there. And like Raja Karuf coming up for the ranks.
Tell you what, this group behind the top 5, they are plotting, trying to figure out how they can get up there and maybe make a run on this group up there. Tony Stewart,
like Bubba, Larson, Blaney, really a lot of good guys. Tyler Reddick and I actually had lunch with Tyler Reddick back in December. Was actually in Nashville for the awards banquet, and needed a place to sit, and it was like 6 of us, and there was Tyler Reddick just sitting there by himself at this big lunch place. I think it's called like some kind of food hall place. It's on Broadway. Like it's weird. It feels like you're in a school cafeteria where there's like a college cafeteria place where there's a ton of places to go get food from, and it's one big dining area. So it's kind of like that. It's kind of weird, interesting concept. But anyway, so there's like 6 of us coming from the media side of things. We went and had lunch, and we're looking for these places to sit. Here's a big table. There's one person there. It's Tyler Reddick. And so actually he just asked, hey, Tyler, can we sit here? Can we have lunch with you? And he said, sure. I think he had his PR guy was away. He was also there. He ended up coming back. And so it was just, 6 media people, Tyler Reddick and his PR guy having lunch. So it was pretty nice.
Making adjustments to that car on that first pit stop. Tires and fuel, no stop the last time. Here they are up there in the top 10.
Alessandro said, Danny B, if you are ever doing another race watch along, have your wife and Shugs joining. Yeah, I'd like to get them back in to do one of these, but didn't work out tonight. I'd like to do these more again. Did you guys know we haven't done these since 2021? Now, I know my channel's not getting able to do a lot here lately. Unfortunately, sad. That's the way life is. Honestly, I don't have it much in me anymore to do research videos. I don't know what people like, but this is fun. I like watching old races. It's kind of fun. Wait. They're talking about Mark Martin retiring after the season. Ha! Just you wait. Just you wait. He ain't done. He ain't even close to done.
Yeah, he holds a record for a 500-mile race at Talladega, caution-free, I'm thinking about 2.5 hours.
Shugs B Meows wants to watch a NASCAR race with me. Shugs, I know I have it on good authority, Shugs. You are asleep in the living room right now.
3 out of 10 said, yes.
Will Jeff Gordon tie Dale Earnhardt's record for restrictor plate wins tonight? 29% say yes, 77% say no.
Fox congratulates Russell Tilson of Virginia Beach, Virginia. He's going to win Jeff Burton's payday tonight in the singular virtual cruise.
Congratulations, Russell. You're getting Jeff Burton's payday tonight. I can't believe Jeff Burton just said, I'll take no money. Give it to Russell.
The outside lane hooked up and went on. 3 Hendrick Chevrolets and Tony Stewart.
Yeah, Cars Boy 95. Kyle Busch might be a bust. He is kind of getting his butt whipped by all his teammates here tonight. I mean, look at that. 1, 2, 3. Gordon, Johnson, Vickers, and no Kyle Busch.
A spot to Elliott Sadler, who has brought his Ford to 3rd.
Matt Kenseth in the 17.
We just had our 6th lead change, and we're 34 laps into the race. When's the end of stage 1?
The Fords are 3rd, 5th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 11th. That 11th place car is the red one, the 99.
Does anyone want to give me an update on how the Busch Series is doing? Yeah, I'll look it up. I'll tell you who won last night in the Busch Series race.
Yeah, we were seeing
2006 Busch Series schedule.
Daytona, finished dead last after being caught in an accident in the Daytona 500.
Haven't seen much of the Dodgers to the front. Bobby Labonte is 12th. Kurt Busch is 13th. But Busch in the number 2 may have a problem. Dick?
He ran so well in the Daytona 500, Mike. He was in
last night Dale Jr. won the Winn-Dixie 250. Yep. Dale Jr. won. Yep.
They think they have got a battery going bad. That's usually not just the battery. Ordinarily, that is a charging problem. Busch with electrical problems.
Isaac McKissick says, I feel like it would take a lot for Dale Earnhardt Jr. to leave DEI. Probably take a big team to give him a deal with a huge sponsor. Only team maybe is JGR or Hendrick. You know, I don't see that ever happening. The 8 Bud car is just so iconic. I could never see him leaving, guys. I could never see him leaving. Slow Turtle 11 fan thinks Vickers is going to get it done tonight. I figured he'd be rooting for that rookie, Denny Hamlin.
Mike, the good news is that the problem with the carburetor has gone away. The bad news is Matt just reported he's got a little bit of a vibration in the right front. He thinks it might be a loose wheel.
Ooh, Matt Kens of loose wheel. That means his crew chief's going to be going on a little vacation, guys. Loose wheel. Then get all them lug nuts on.
That's acceptable bump drafting.
Now, all of these cars,
yeah, Andrew Hayes. I think that might have been the one Dale Jr. led flag the flag now that you mention it.
About a 10 to 12 lap window that they're going to have to make a green flag stop. Remember, they did not stop on that last caution.
One car out of the race. Kirk Shelmerdine, the independent driver, his Cat Daddy Chevrolet has gone to the garage. Kirk finished 20th in the season opening Daytona 500. 36 laps complete. Tony Stewart on point in Daytona.
What if another team picks up Dale Jr. after 2007? I couldn't see it. I don't see that happening.
Ryan Newman and Mike Wallace coming to pit road.
Now those are all Dodges, so that makes me wonder if maybe
So all the Dodges are pitting all of a sudden.
as the Chevrolets and the Fords.
So that's interesting.
We're told to expect our leader, Tony Stewart, on pit road next lap.
Okay, Tony Stewart's going to pit next lap, guys.
Now, if you're Jimmy Johnson, do you come with him?
Look, this is smart move right here. Did you see Tony Stewart waving way down the backstretch? Hey, I'm going to pit road. But remember, green flag stops. A huge opportunity for a mistake by the driver, speeding because you've been out.
Oh, I guess that's Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson in the Shamu car. That's who it is. Dang, they're on the brakes.
There comes Mark Martin, Elliott Sadler. He gets woke down. Has to be at 55 miles per hour by the time they're.
Well, them tires are gone now, Jimmy.
Gordon's in, so is Vickers. Kyle
All these Hendrick cars are in odd cars in this race. Kyle Busch is in the Cheez-It car. You got Jimmy Johnson in the Shamu car. You got Jeff Gordon in the Pepsi Superman car. And then there's Brian Vickers is in the GMAC car.
Moments ago, Tony Stewart told his crew, we got us a piece for tonight. We got something good.
Imagine Toyota entering the world of NASCAR in 2007. Hey, actually, fun fact, they were actually supposed to enter in 2006, but it didn't get approved in time.
Way too tight. Not bad. You did see him smoke the tires on entry.
Clint Boyer, Kenny Schrader.
Possibility we see the 48 become a dynasty, Danny? I mean, he's won some races. He's been close. I don't know if Johnson can ever win a championship, though. I mean, he won the Daytona 500 earlier this year, but is that enough for him to really be that good? I mean, what is a dynasty? He'd have to, I don't know, he'd have to win, like, first of all, he'd have to win this championship this year, and then he'd have to win maybe 2 or 3, but, you know, I don't know if he can even win that many. Definitely not in a row, that's for sure.
His car was definitely tight on the first run.
Yes, I did know GMAC is what eventually became Ally. I did know that, actually.
And he's away.
Forrest said the pole sitter also stopped on that lap. Robbie Gordon has led a lap here in the Pepsi 400 in his Harris number 7.
Oh, yeah, he did win Daytona in 06 as well. Yeah, I guess he's just a good super speedway racer. Nothing more than that, though. Never be a champion, especially not a 7-time champion.
And for relaxation, he has an 1100 horsepower speedboat.
William, no, I don't have any insight on how to get any VIP passes for Richmond. I'm sorry.
Lap 17, they should be able to go another 7 to 8 laps.
1100 horsepower, and he's not afraid to use it.
Let's look and see what it looks like to be going.
KCMO Rail Fan. What are the odds of who will win the 2006 Rookie of the Year? I got money on Denny. I mean, I guess it was Denny who won that year. I don't know who else was a rookie in 06. My mind's blanking. Yaley might have been one. He definitely would have beat him.
Smoking that right front like that is you don't blow it out and tear the fender off the car. So
So let's got Robbie Gordon leaving the race and Dale Jarrett in second. Let's actually see who all was rookies that year. So far, no rookies on the thing. So Denny Hamlin is a rookie. Reed Sorensen's a rookie. Yaley's a rookie. Strimy's a rookie.
And Junior also smoked him into his pit box, led 32 laps in the Daytona 500 and finished 8th. The chassis adjustment's already completed.
Still no more rookies. If it's just those 4, I mean, it had to be Hamlin who won that, right? I mean, surely it couldn't have been anyone else. Okay, yeah, if someone did say it was Denny. Oh, Truex was a rookie too, but yeah, Truex took a long time to get good though, so it definitely was Denny.
Jimmy Johnson behind him, smoking the tires, locking them up. Tony Stewart in the IROC race here on Thursday night. He was the only guy in the whole IROC race I watched.
Did you hear that IROC race on Thursday night? They raced a lot during that time.
He's got a really nice technique for getting on and off those brakes and not locking up the wheels.
We talked about pit crews prevailing when it all.
Oh, Boyer, I see him and Truex. They were both rookies. So there was 2 more rookies, but yeah, of those, definitely had to be Hamlin who was rookie of the year, which people said it was. So.
And Tony Raines on pit road at lap 49, and Dale Jarrett is the new leader of the Pepsi.
Imagine if in like 2022, Cars Boy 95 says they're gonna have a Gen 7 car. It has a flat underbody with non-centered numbers. Huh? That'll never happen, he says. That'd be wild. That'd be stupid, guys. That'd be crazy.
and then sold a majority interest in that team to Chip Ganassi.
There's nobody I know of in racing that tell more funny stories than Felix Tabatas.
Yeah, and he's in most of them.
Timmy Wolf thinks it'll be IROC's last year? No, IROC is solid. They're good for years. Heck, I could see them taking over NASCAR one day. Side note, back to the future and out of character. IROC today, have y'all seen what they've been doing? Exactly. Not much. It's kind of a joke, in my opinion. You know, what I've been seeing from IROC, it seems like a glorified car club. That's all it feels like. When they announced that they were bringing back IROC and then SRX went away, I was thinking, oh man, well, maybe IROC could just come back and be what SRX was. No, IROC just seems like it's a glorified car club meet. That's all it seems like. People just bringing in their old IROCs, and that's about it. It's just like a show. That's all it's seeming like so
It's all
far.
about resources. If you got enough resources, you can put a lot of good horses out here.
Then he doesn't start the issues of Kyle Petty, right? I mean, I don't see why he would. You know, Denny Hamlin's a respectable young man, young rookie. Kyle Petty's an established veteran. There's no reason they should be in any trouble. Oh, this is gonna age so bad. Listen to this.
Well, we are very happy with Dodge and NASCAR, and therefore clearly we will, if anything, increase our engagement here. It's so good for our production cars like Caliber, like Ram, all the other Dodge cars. So we definitely stay here, and if anything, even stronger. New cars coming? Yes, of course. We have lots of new cars coming, and we might consider them for NASCAR as well.
Okay, congratulations. Joy to have you here.
Oh, that aged so bad. He's talking like, oh, we're very excited for our future, and we're gonna have new cars coming. They were gone in 6 years, folks. Gone in 6 years after that.
On the hood of Casey Kane and teammate Jeremy Mayfield's cars, combining American and German engineering. There's our leading Dodge Chargers in the race.
And you know, I hear mixed reviews about the car tomorrow. You know,
Ryan Paulding said, Danny, in your opinion, do you ever see Nashville Fairgrounds get a cup date or even two? Definitely not two. And at this point, it almost feels like the momentum for Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway is going away, sadly. Just too much hang up, too much back and forth for people in Nashville. At the same time, SMI is investing money into other tracks like North Wilkesboro. The short track package in NASCAR sucks these days. It just doesn't make any sense for them to do it, you know.
It's kind of funny how that works, Larry. You get a car that's good at Daytona and Talladega, won't run all that well at the other racetracks. Now they got them running good at other racetracks.
57 laps complete.
Someone said that guy said it was real life Mario with that mustache.
36th place after making a pit stop. As we told you, he had a go for broke qualifying.
Gosh, what a bad day for your pole sitter.
Race setup.
Started first. By lap 12, he was in 10th. Lap 24 in 18th. Lap 36, 27th. Lap 64, he's in 36th place. What a bad night.
Yeah, Larry Mack, he said he anticipated being drop kicked early in the race. His latest report on the car is that it is way too loose. He said we need to...
Bailey Reichert says that they heard that Tony Stewart might leave JGR in 2 years. That would just be wild if he ever left there, guys. I wouldn't know what to think about that.
So we know fear green. That's a little twist on win on Sunday, sell on Monday.
It's a little different. Yeah.
Tony Stewart and Jimmy
Alessandro asked me if I consider Casey Kane's career a disappointment, considering he could have won more races.
Leading the pack.
No, I mean, honestly, at the point he had to step away, his career was essentially done at that point. And he went from Hendrick Motorsports to Levine Family Racing. And that was like, you know, career death sentence, honestly, at that point. I think for the most part, I think had he been with Hendrick in his true prime from 07 to 2010, could have maybe been a champion. but his time there came just outside of his peak.
Daytona winner has fallen back to the 8th position. You can see he's moved to the high side behind his teammate Kyle Busch. Earlier he was trying the bottom. The car just way too tight and getting tighter. He slowly.
Yeah, Kane also had issues in 2018. He had health issues, so that played another part into it. I think ultimately it was just the right time for his career to come to an end.
And he is a busy young man right now, just trying to keep that thing off the wall.
But as I talked to all the crew chiefs over the last couple of days, that was the big fear.
Talking about Kyle Busch, I'm assuming here.
Is you always fight the car tight, not turning off.
It's nice,
the corner.
single file,
actually cools down,
NASCAR freight train coming through. Speaking of which, if you like trains, I have a different channel, DannyBTalks, check it out. Oh, look at that, guys. Next week, we got San Francisco and LA playing. Side note, I'm going to go to a Dodgers game later this year. That's right. Actually, coming up here soon in September. We got tickets to go to Dodgers game. I think they're playing Cleveland. So I'm going to go see a Dodgers game. I've been to a Cubs game. Went to a Braves game back in July. And then going to go to a Dodgers game. And hopefully we can go to that game at the Braves-Reds game at Bristol Motor Speedway. We really like to go see that. Because I was at the Tennessee-Virginia Tech football game in 2016, so it'd be really cool to see another unique event happening there. We'll also be at the Music City Grand Prix. It's at the Nashville Super Speedway, so it's not really a Grand Prix, but it still has that name. But as it turns out, IndyCar made the right decision to move it to the Super Speedway. One, IndyCar fans have been wanting the more oval races there for a little bit anyways, but also the main reason that they pushed it there was because at the time they weren't sure if they were going to know the Titans schedule enough, and plus they're doing their work there. They started building Titans' new stadium there, so they were going to move it to a track that would have the bridge. Oh, Mikey W. Oh no, Danny Dye would be disappointed. But they moved it to a track that was going to use the bridge but also go on Broadway. But because they weren't going to know the Titans schedule in time, because in the past it had been in August and they didn't have to worry about the Titans, now the race is in September, so then the Titans are playing. And as it turns out, Titans do have a home game that weekend. And ultimately, it would not have worked out to have it in downtown Nashville. So they made the right call. Until the Titan Stadium is finished and things can change, Nashville Super Speedway is the perfect place for it. And heck, even when the Titan Stadium is finished, I mean, if they want to have it as the finale, being in September, I don't think they're going to know enough about the Titans to know if they're going to be able to do it. So I could see that race happening at the Super Speedway for the foreseeable future.
He looks like he's got himself composed and ready to make a good run tonight.
Car is looking good. I think a lot like Jeff Gordon, they've got a little momentum coming off of Infineon after that.
MVR owner, appreciate that. I'm glad that you liked the new profile picture on the Trains channel, new branding. It's been a fun. That channel is very chill. I just really get to chill out on that channel. So if you guys want a chill vibe of trains, come check out that one.
Funny how you run better when you make a statement like that.
Do I think Jeff Gordon will ever become a 7-time champion? He's definitely more likely to win 7 championships than, say, Jimmy Johnson, for example. Oh! Really, Burton? This is your second time you spun out.
So, for keeping that car in one piece, Allstate will donate.
Oh no, this is just a replay. Never mind. He was given the Allstate Good Hands Driver Award. Gotcha. I was confused. I thought he spun out for again.
Jimmy Johnson, Elliott Sadler break Biffle, trying to break away from the cars behind them, and once again the first
Truex is in the pit. It's funny how he ended up having Bass Pro Shops throughout, his entire career basically. He had it with DEI. They were a small logo on his 56 at MWR, They weren't there initially when he went to Furniture Row, but then ultimately they came to him at Furniture Row and have been with him at Joe Gibbs ever since. So funny how Johnny Morris has supported Martin Truex his entire career.
Get in the pits and make some changes on his part because he has fallen all the way back.
Danny, do you like to watch game shows? Not too much. I mean, every now and again you might see something. You might see something kind of interesting, but no, not really.
And I believe this is it's another one of those critical moments in the race for Jeff Gordon and his team. Can they make the car better?
Yeah, Timmy Wolf. Who knew that Winner's Circle would come back in 2023?
A Joe Gibbs Chevrolet in
I
front,
sure
Tony
didn't.
Stewart. A Rick Hendrick Chevrolet. Jimmy Johnson in second as Kyle Busch got into the back of Mark Martin there.
Yeah.
Now, did Martin ease out of the throttle, or did Kyle Busch just have a run and get into him?
Kyle Busch and Mark Martin having
Kyle
issues.
Busch in the 5 going to the top side of the racetrack. Jeff Gordon, his
We got 83 to go.
the other Hendrick car, Brian
Kind of
Davis
moving
the
on.
25, they moved to the high side trying to run this pack back down. That's exactly where we saw Dale Earnhardt Jr. last night.
My thoughts on the 2024 Titan season.
Sterling Marlin on the apron coming to pit road. In that
It's going to be interesting.
car, the paint job, designed by three
I think we could have a better record
Creek Gang
this
camps.
year than we did last year.
The Wall Gang camps.
We'll be a borderline playoff team, but I think we'll just miss it. I'm definitely more excited about Tennessee Volunteers. I think Tennessee Volunteers will be a playoff team this
Again,
year.
let's look at speeds in the
I think
Mark Martin
10-2
versus Kyle Busch.
is the record that they will finish with, Tennessee Vols. I think, you know, a lot of things needed to depend on it and go right. I think the two losses, potentially, Georgia and Oklahoma. I think we'll actually beat Alabama this year. I think we'll beat them again at home. I think we'll beat Florida at home. If we can beat Oklahoma, I think that makes a huge difference in our season because that would be 11-1. I think aside from Georgia, we win the rest of them this year. Those are the biggest ones that I'm watching, or I think are big for. I think it'll be a lot of close games. I'm not saying we're going to dominate by any means, but I think Tennessee 10-2 is a likely record.
Green flag stops coming, and it's Kurt Busch leading Jamie McMurray, Busch's teammate Ryan Newman, Kevin Harvick, Bobby Labonte, and Clint Boyer to pit road. Mike Wallace is in as well. Dick?
I agree, Mark. That 14 car is not a good-looking car. Yeah. That whole team. If you haven't seen Brock Beard's video on them, got to make sure you go and watch it because completely bad history there. Oh, there's that Hershey's car again. Using that same general base that Harvick had back in that time period, but got Hershey's on it.
38's coming. Forrest set is in. Scott Riggs. Here comes Elliott.
Yeah, MVR owner. I know you're having nightmares about Week 4 Monday Night Football, but I think the Titans won't win it this year. It's kind of crazy that we even won that one. Yeah, A1. You can say Roll Tide all you want. I'll say Go Balls.
Back in 2002.
Elliott Sadler's in.
See, they're going to make another chassis adjustment, still trying to tweak the balance of that race car. As Tony Stewart on the left of your screen still leading the Hendrick guys, ready to make their next stop, and they will try to pit with their teammates. Jeff Gordon is called in the pit road as
Cars
well.
495 says, imagine NASCAR has a playoff bracket format in 10 years.
You can see them peel off.
It'll never happen.
The front of Jimmy Johnson Chevrolet to Steve
The
Burns.
chase is fine. Playoffs, though, never going to happen. Timmy Wolf thinks that Shell Pennzoil will sponsor Harvick in 2007? That would be wild. Wait, weren't they sponsoring him already by 06? I don't remember what actually came on to him.
Before this race, patience at Daytona is the gospel. He has been very patient behind the wheel, very cool, very calm.
Oh, that's cool. Isaac's going to go to the Patriots-Dolphin game in Foxborough Week 5. Alessandro says, Danny B, when you were a kid, what types of candy did you eat? I was mainly just a chocolate guy, honestly. Mainly just chocolate. Nicholas says that they think Alabama goes 11-1, Tennessee goes 10-2. So you think, so Alabama's the only loss going to be Tennessee? Gotcha.
Carl Edwards
Gotcha.
has led a lap. and
Sounds
is
good.
on the
That matches
steam
up what I
road.
said,
Now
10
he
and
comes
2.
to pit road.
Us
That's
losing to
Tyler
Oklahoma and
Clark,
Georgia.
Chad Chaffin alongside. So Edwards surrenders the lead to Dale Earnhardt Jr., who leads for the first time tonight.
Thomas Jacques says, "Go Horns."
Practice, Larry. They had
Horns down.
160 laps of practice here last year. So they haven't changed much on these cars, these restrictor plate cars.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. gets those 5 points. I anticipate he'll be in.
KCMO Rail Fan says a female driver in IndyCar by the name of Danica Patrick will make her move in NASCAR in 2010 for Junior Motorsports. No, that can't happen. She's not going to do that. She's an IndyCar driver. She's IndyCar for life.
14.2 second air pressure adjustment. It was nice.
Gavin Novak thinks the Seminoles will win it all.
Denny Hamlin and J.J. Yaley, the
Well,
other 2 Gibbs cars, besides
last year they won it all and still weren't permitted to go into the playoffs, so
they were among the
they should be a
last
playoff
to
team this year if they do that.
But look what a lonely man he is.
They should have been a playoff team last year, in my opinion. I'll still stand on that hill.
Yeah, I mean, this pack right here, they're running in the high 47s that we're looking at. Dale Earnhardt Jr., 49.10, need to get to pit road and get back out there with the group. You're losing a lot of ground.
Tony Raines and Reed Sorensen make stops.
A little dicey here in front. Some sparks are flying there.
Yaley, Robbie Gordon, and David Stremme.
Got a whole lot of racing going on right
Shamu.
It's for 7th place on back.
But right now, your leader is Junior! Dale Earnhardt Jr. is in the lead, everybody.
Will be for the lead.
I think it's Jimmy Johnson's time to say, let me see if I can pass.
Junior Nation is going wild. Dale Jr. is leading Daytona. Oh my gosh. He won here last night. He's going to win again.
Once again, a 49.24 that lap. The group we're watching in the high 47. He's losing about a second to a second and a half per lap with those guys.
And the cars right behind him are now pitting. That would be J.J. Yaley, Robbie Gordon.
I agree, Boomer. These cars did look so good.
Move by that Shamu. Swam right into the lead.
Jimmy Johnson in the 48 car.
So I think next year NASCAR will use a new car tomorrow and the Gen 4 car. Yeah, I could see something like that happening. Maybe debut it at Bristol at the Food City 500 and kind of split it up a little bit, but never run it at a super speedway. You know, just do these cars at the super speedways.
And now they'll try to get back out front as Dale Jr. comes into the pits right there. You need to be at pit road speed.
Oh, Thomas said, just FYI, my last name is J. Hughes? J. Hughes, not the French pronunciation. J. Hughes. Gotcha.
Matt?
Junior, 2-time Daytona winner. His crew chief, Tony Jr.
Kendall 42 said, am I tired of the Bushwhackers dominating the Bush series? I mean, it's just been a part of the sport for so long at this point. You know, you just grow used to it.
Well, he went a lap down, that's for sure. We got a real racer for the lead.
Really, Imperator? New England Patriots will acquire Randy Moss in 2007 for the low price of a 4th-round pick?
Had to make the field on time.
You know, I wonder if he's ever thought about owning a Craftsman Truck Series team.
A snarling pack led by Matt Kenseth. And here comes Stremme.
Timmy Wolf thinks that they might go to their first NASCAR race in 2008 in Atlanta. Hey, if you ever do, have fun. You know, it's a good track. Surely they'll never reconfigure it into being a super speedway style race.
Needs to be if it comes down to a shootout.
But this will be our new leader now, Matt Kenseth in that yellow number 17.
Isaac says he's heard that Sam Hornish isn't confident in his IndyCar future, even though he just won the Indy 500. You heard that he really wants to try NASCAR someday? That would be interesting if Sam Hornish ever came to NASCAR. He'd probably win a few Xfinity races here and there.
Halfway in the Pepsi 400 on Fox. Zolman, Steve.
Mike, we think Matt
KCMO Rail Fan, who the heck is Taylor Swift? Why are you talking about her? Who is that?
Yeah, he's getting locked in trying to exit pit road. Let's go to Dick.
Tony Stewart thought about taking 4 tires. Greg Zimbinelli, his crew chief, thought it would take too much track position. He has taken fuel only.
That service already complete for Elliott. Oh, close call with
Oh.
16 of Biffle and the 1 of Truex. They will
Oh,
lose a lot
boy.
of time. 4-tire change for Jimmy Johnson and
That was wild.
His car was starting to tighten up,
And meanwhile, Gordon, another air pressure adjustment. His car really came to life over that short run we just had.
Larry, these pit boxes aren't that small, but not only Martin Truex, Mike Wallace also had trouble getting into their pits on this stop.
Yeah, I mean, we have so many cars.
What are my top 3 tracks to visit?
Gavin
Novak asked. Of
Of
the tracks that I have been to, I mean, Daytona for one. It's just such a, great venue, classic. Bristol Motor Speedway.
No, he's not, and neither is Matt Kenseth. They're going to
And then
back down pit road.
Martinsville.
They have some fender damage.
3 great venues to watch a race.
Again, it was a lack of
Of tracks that I haven't gone to that I would like to go to.
Matt wanted Robbie to clear him off of pit road, and he misunderstood him.
When I go to Dover,
I mean, to me, that needs to
when I
be
go to
standard
Richmond,
procedure, especially when you've
I'd like to go
got
to
that
Kansas.
many cars on pit road and that driver
So those are
there
probably,
with peripheral vision.
in no particular order, those are the next 3 tracks I would like to cross off my list of tracks that I haven't gone to yet.
He will restart 37.
Am I going to any more races this year? No, I'm not. No, not NASCAR at least. I will be going to the IndyCar finale at Nashville Super Speedway, but that's it. I will not be going to any more races this year.
Life takes Visa.
Boomer's going to try to get to the Major League Baseball game at Bristol next year. I am too. I would like to go to it. It sounds like it'd be a lot of fun. Oh, Timmy Wolf says, Talladega definitely, Darlington as well. Those are all good ones, and I've been to both of those as well. Yeah, Kevin Novak, the vibe at Bristol, especially the night race, is just amazing. Bailey Riker is hearing things about this hotshot Joey Logano coming through the ranks. Excited for his future. Yeah, I mean, in a couple of years, you might start seeing him in the Busch Series, or maybe it'll get renamed to something like, I don't know, Nationwide Insurance might sponsor it, something like that.
So when they finished up the stop, he started to pull away. Automatically think he gets into, I think, the 38 car of Elliott Sadler, so it did damage to his car as well as the 38 car. So 38 car starts out, and he gets caught up in another melee between the 1 and the 16. So a lot of chaos right now on pit road, guys. And Larry McCrumless,
Pitts was just a mess right there.
Some damage to Sadler's car. This has been a Visa race break. No matter what it takes, life takes Visa.
All I know is all 3 cars had trouble. They're all yellow.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. and J.J. Yeley did not pit, so they leave.
Junior and Yeley didn't pit.
Well, we were questioning the strategy.
So Joan Boggs in the lead. Go, Junior, go.
Before that caution came out, he was trying to get to a window where he could make it on one more stop. The caution was still at
Isaac said that he put down his deposit for Bowman Gray next year. Have fun, man. Have fun.
38 laps apiece to get to the end by making it on one more stop.
Someone said the wreck on the thumbnail. I hope it's not here. I hope it's not either. I don't know when it happened. Honestly, I don't know when it happened. So whenever it happens, I'll be just watching away because I don't remember much about that. I just saw it, and I was looking for pictures, and I said, oh, yeah, sure, let's go with that one.
Rookie J.J. Yeley trying to lead here.
J.J. Yeley! He's to the lead. That guy's going to be in the 18 for years to come, guys. That is the future of Joe Gibbs Racing. That guy will take them places. You keep J.J. Yeley in that car, we're going to be talking here. This is the guy you want to watch.
Joe Gibbs, Interstate Battery Chevy, steams around the outside and brings Jeff Gordon with him. And there's Yeley's teammate and team leader, Tony Stewart, the defending Nextel Cup champ in Big Orange. Third in line, the Home Depot Chevy.
Well, this will be the first time Tony Stewart has seen a teammate up there with him tonight. His other teammate, Denny Hamlin, in the 11, back in the 11th spot right now.
And look at that. J.J. Yeley's got his washed-up teammate behind him. The future of JGR is in the front, everybody. And the old washed-up has-been, Tony Stewart, is behind him.
From Stewart and Brian Vickers.
This is what we're talking about, folks. The future is now.
25 drove a very heady race last night in the Busch Series event. His restrictor plate game has really picked up.
He was 7th here in February. He was 3rd in Talladega a few weeks ago. And here he is tonight. 2nd last night. Here he is tonight doing a good job again.
Yeah, D. Patton says he can't wait to see how many more championships Jeff Gordon wins. Thinks that he could easily beat Dale and Petty's record of 7. Definitely. He's way better than Jimmy Johnson, his teammate, and surely Jeff Gordon will reach 7 championships before Jimmy Johnson even gets 1, right?
Here's Matt.
And that's exactly what he's doing, Mike. Just like Talladega, being very patient, hanging with his wingman. One of his teammates right now following the 24 of Gordon, just trying to stay in line. The car a little on the free side.
Ooh, that was a crazy move there, Kyle Busch.
Car has been free as well. He dives to the high side.
Tell you how good a teammate he is. When in Charlotte, where he buffed in tires for his other teammates,
after he had a problem.
He had a problem, and they needed buff tires.
Ooh, Tony Stewart.
To work and buff tires for his teammates.
Getting a little wild here, guys.
Tony Stewart in that 20 car all the way to the bottom. He's got help from Greg Biffle in the 16 pushing him.
Tony is one of the Pied Pipers we talked about at the top of the show.
So, fun fact, guys, seeing these cars now here, there's an old school computer game called NASCAR that I think has now been picked up. A new person has made a similar game to it. It's on computer and now on mobile called Drafty Car, which is kind of built on the same concept but a little bit different. But anyways, for Nasty Car, when it existed back in the day, the paint schemes are actually based on this race, because I recognize that Cheez-It car that Kyle Busch is in, and Jeff Gordon was in a car that resembled that Pepsi Superman car that he's in. So the cars that you see in that, most of them are based off of the cars that ran in this particular race.
Michael Waltrip in that 55 car up there near the front. Remember, hit the wall earlier. Right now, he's
Gavin Novak thinks that by 2009 they'll have a gopher that loves NASCAR. What would they call him? Digger? That sounds stupid.
Hung up in the middle, and I tell you, that's a big old sucker hose. What it is.
Inside the 99, your old buddy.
You can just see him going by, and especially on the high side. Now he'll get to the bottom of the racetrack with a little help from J.J. Yaley in the 18 back there.
Yeah, now we're just double wide.
This race is actually going by pretty quick. We're already at 63 laps to go.
All over the place. They fan out. I love it when they come off at 2. Get a great run.
Look at this wad right here. Elliott Sadler in the 38 car giving a little bump there.
Yeah, well, guess why? He started back in like 35th, 36th place after that problem on pit road.
It's starting to look a little too bunched up for my liking. I feel like a wreck is going to be coming here soon. They're running a lot closer. They're running 3 wide more. I feel like in 62 laps to go, I feel like look how close they're hanging on to each other there for the lead. I feel like a wreck is coming. I feel like it's coming.
I tell you, I've said this time and time, I'll say it again tonight. That Brian Vickers is a lot different race car driver than he was before he announced that he was going to lead that team.
Brian will drive for Red Bull Toyota in 2007. His slot.
Yep, that's right. Brian Vickers going to go to Red Bull next year.
Side by side at the line, that would be a near.
Gordon led that lap.
We have a scoring monitor that shows the delta. The delta between Jeff Gordon and Brian Vickers that lap, 0.000. Dead heat.
Not
wow.
Even a thousandth of a second separated them.
Man, it's like
dead on tie there, basically.
Tony Stewart getting shuffled back in that pack. Here's our second.
Bailey Riker, appreciate that $1.99. David Reagan is the future of Roush. I mean, he's kind of next in line for Martin, so
take your pick and
pick one.
It could be. He could take them. He could take them a long ways, guys. Long ways.
/singular.
Now Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the Budweiser car in the middle.
What's that song, Stuck in the Middle with You?
Now, he's been getting help from his teammate, Martin Truex Jr. in the one car. After having that problem on pit road, making a green flag stop, he's 1 lap down, but he's definitely trying to be a good
Andrew
teammate.
Hayes says that he's really looking forward to NBC's NASCAR nonstop broadcast this weekend. No green flag commercial breaks. I agree. That's going to be really nice that they're doing that.
That's the eye of the storm.
At least, you know,
it really is.
no full screen commercials unless it's under caution. So that's good that they're doing that.
No kidding, Larry.
I feel trouble a-brewing.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like it's an accident waiting to happen right there. They're getting really bunched up, really tight, guys. I feel like it's coming any second now.
Was dancing around in the middle in that pocket there. Sooner or later, somebody will get a little loose, slide up into somebody. Saw Jeff Burton. He's wobbling all back in there. You just can't keep doing that.
But while this is going on, we have 4
KCMO rail fan heard that Dale Jarrett will retire in 2 years. That'd be crazy.
Bobby Labonte in Richard Petty's number 43.
By far showing the most strength as a Dodge tonight.
Labonte restarted 15th. He has climbed to 5th.
I see Mikey W there on the bottom.
60 laps.
Danny Dye, be proud.
100 on Fox. Brian Vickers. Leading teammates.
Look at that. Hendrick Motorsports, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Bobby Labonte.
There have been a lot of places over Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s Chevy. Little bump drafting here.
So the lead changed when they were under commercial here. Okay, Gordon, Vickers. It's classic, you know, slingshot move by teammates there. Get around the rivals. That's, yeah, exactly. That's textbook super speedway racing right there. So Brian Vickers is your leader right now. Johnson running second. Gordon third. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is fourth. Tony Stewart fifth. Kyle Busch sixth. Kenseth seventh. Edwards eighth. Bobby Labonte is in ninth. And Clint Boyer rounds out your top 10.
A couple laps ago, Matt, I saw the same thing. Dale Earnhardt Jr. definitely turning off into turn 3, unlike.
Yeah, let's chat for our in-race reporter, Danny Dye. Danny Dye, it's Mikey W in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Where was he when they restarted this race?
About 36.
36, 37. He's running 6 right now. He has come through the field, baby.
Matt Kenseth in the 17 car had that problem on pit road.
Tony Stewart to the outside, around
52 laps to go.
and hunting the lead.
They still haven't had a big crash yet. I think the only thing that's really happened was Burton spinning out, and that was about it.
There is no question Bobby Labonte in that 43 car flexing his muscle. The only Dodge up there in amongst about the top 13 or 14. Remember, we pretty much know everyone out there will have to make one more green flag stop, probably in about 15 to 18 laps.
And the crew chief on that 43 car, he knows a little bit about this joint right here.
Two-time Daytona 500 winning crew chief Todd Perry.
Todd Perry.
20 cars within 2 seconds of the lead. That's white knuckle racing as we go to Jeff Hammond for tonight's State Farm safety report.
Whew. Close move there by Tony.
Mike, one of the greatest innovations of the car tomorrow has to be the cockpit area. NASCAR has raised the greenhouse.
Oh, so they're already looking at the car tomorrow in 06. Look at this.
Down. But more importantly, they've moved the
Oh.
When you come to your next Nextel Cup race,
Okay. Well, we don't get to hear that, I guess.
Watch your favorite drivers' onboard cameras. Queue up replays.
NASCAR fan view. That's something that don't exist anymore. But at its time, like, look at that. You can hear what they're saying. You can watch what they're saying. Back in a day and age before smartphones, that was brilliant. That was amazing. My only regret is never having used one of those because they looked really cool.
Just like when we left, Tony Stewart leading Matt Kenseth.
Dylan Mullins thinks that Dave Blaney could be a NASCAR champion. I don't think him. Maybe one day he'll have a son who can be a champion, though.
Ryan Newman, Kurt Busch, and Clint Boyer, the top 10. 42 laps to go.
42 laps to go.
On Fox.
There's just a ton of commercial breaks in it that I feel like there were 37 to go. They just have a lot of long commercials back in the day towards the end of these races because I feel like suddenly we have just accelerated to the end of this race. You know, we're already 36 to go now.
They're going to make an air pressure adjustment. They're going to drop the air on both left side tires on that 17 of Matt Kenseth. 4 tires for the 17, and we go to Dick.
Tony Stewart, who has dominated the race tonight just as he did last July, has called for 0 changes in his car other than 4 tires.
Yeah, I agree with what you said there. Phil Olds saying that the TV program name was just NASCAR Racing, because there'd just be tons of NASCAR racing throughout the entire weekend, so it just gave that generic term to it all. Just here, you're watching NASCAR racing. Here you go.
4 tires because they know this may get them to the end. Here comes another full water race car for what will be their final pit.
Bailey Riker, yeah. Surely Tony Stewart can win a Daytona 500 one day. He's got to. He's been so good here in the Busch Series. He's been so good, you know, at the summer race. You know, he's going to win a 500 one day. Got to.
Well, just a little bit tight in the center, but he hasn't said much all night. He really likes this race car. Matt.
Steve Letarte, Jeff Gordon's crew chief, will attempt to tighten up the 24 car on this stop.
Yeah, Andrew Hayes, you're probably right. That sudden stop in the broadcast when Jeff Hammond was talking about the COT, they probably did have something to do with it. I guess whoever had it uploaded this just lost part of the recording right there or something. But yeah, that was kind of an awkward jump right there.
Mike Wallace, Kenny Schrader, Reed Sorensen, Dave Blaney, Joe Nemechek, Kyle Petty, Travis Quapple, and pole sitter Boris Seb.
And here comes Kevin Harvick in the 29 car that had assumed the lead for 1 lap. He's followed by Greg Biffle in the 16.
Okay, so we're in the middle of green flag pit stops here. They shouldn't have many more. Maybe they shouldn't have any more.
Jeff Green's in as well, and so is
at this point,
Casey
34 to
Beard.
go. They might not have any more. To do it, only be 1.
Well, Kevin Harvick, who stormed through the field last night after starting 42nd and finished 3rd, has just completed his pit stop. We're the last to pit, so he's going to have a lot of cars to pass to win this race tonight.
Timmy Wolf says that he misses Speed Channel. It was his childhood. It was my childhood too. I agree with you. I miss it as well.
Too fast exiting. It's been pretty clean all night, and this is definitely the pit stop as we see Brian Vickers in the 25 took the lead.
Here comes Brian Vickers.
On this pit stop here with 34 laps to go.
Vickers coming down the pit road, and so is Sterling Marlin, which would be the last of the lead.
Sterling Marlin coming to pit.
To make a pit stop. Here's Matt.
Young man who finished 3rd at Talladega hits the flip-flops pitboard sign in memory of his late friend Ricky Hendrick. You can see they're pulling the tear-offs off the windshield for better visibility. Left side tires going on. Now his car was neutral.
That was a pretty paint scheme that Brian Vickers had back then.
Try to improve that 25 car.
The green flag pit stops instead of spreading the leaders out.
Battle for the lead.
Tony
Stewart, Jeff Gordon alongside each other.
Side by side once again.
But there's only 2 cars on the inside lane right now. Now there goes some more coming with them. Now there's a lot more cars on the inside than the outside. It just flip-flopped.
But not a lot of help so far. But here comes Kenseth in the 17 to help him.
And Bobby Labonte. Labonte finished 2nd here in both 1998 races, driving for Joe Gibbs. Tonight, he's driving for the King, Richard Petty, in the 43.
Gordon's cars again got that look. It is pretty good on new tires.
Do I see Mark Martin winning a Truck Series race?
Of the run.
And Darryl, should we stay
Had he
green?
won Truck Series races at that point?
Green run because that pit stop came right on the
Can't get out of character. I thought he'd won some by then. Timmy Wolf misses watching NASCAR live on Friday nights. Hey, you can tomorrow. So, for real, you can watch it tomorrow. Well, hopefully. Weather pending. It's not looking great weather-wise. MVR owner says that he hears a kid named Cody Rhodes will make his debut in WWE next year. Pretty confident he'll be a future champion and face the company. There's a good chance. I mean, his dad was really good. His brother also really good too. Alessandro Sebastian, Danny B, first Cup race you watched in person.
Oh, you know what they say.
First Cup race I watched in person was the 2010 Irwin Tools night race at Bristol. And you know what? Actually, in fact, for Bristol week, I think we should watch that. I think we should watch that race. My first Cup Series race. I should watch that one the week of Bristol. Ultimate Hunter, what's up, Danny B, my man? What's up with you, Ultimate Hunter? Been hunting, getting ready for deer season. I used to deer hunt back in the day, but not able to do that much without land. What, dang, was that just a short return?
The Goodyear airship, you watch the two of Kurt Busch on the bottom of the
This is a short return from commercial and back to more commercials. They had way too many commercial breaks back then, guys. That was so short. Now all of a sudden we're about 21, 20 laps to go.
And performance.
Oh, people are saying that the weather's actually looking better tomorrow? Well, that's good. Yeah, when we were down there for a week in Florida going to Disney, it was so interesting. Sometimes it'd be storming in the evening, sometimes it would be not. So it was kind of interesting.
Restarted 33rd,
Oh.
and right now he is right behind
Rest in
the
peace,
number
Steve Burns.
20 of Tony Stewart, and he has no intentions of moving anywhere from his rear bumper.
Yeah, I don't have any plans to go anywhere. I don't know what they'll do behind me here. I'd like to stay in line until we get at least 5 to go, or later.
So 20 laps to go. People are starting to strategize their final push to the end.
So Matt Kenseth,
Funny, I can hear the MRN broadcast coming from the PA there. Which that reminds me, listen to the Milwaukee truck race. John Remus, IDK player, he'll be doing the PA call at Milwaukee Mile this weekend, so you could potentially hear him over the intercom.
I like his strategy, but he better be sure whoever's running third, when he decides to do something, they're going to do it with him, because if not, they will shuffle him right out of there.
Now, one commercial break ago, Bobby Labonte was caught in the middle between cars and shuffled back 3 or 4 positions. Labonte has fought back, drafting off Kurt Busch.
Alessandro says, Danny B, for that 2010 Bristol night race, you witnessed history, seeing Kyle Busch win all 3 NASCAR sanctioned races that weekend. I did witness history. In fact, I witnessed him do it twice. I was there both times he swept Bristol. 2010 and 2017.
And then 99, Kurt Busch in the 2 car, 50 laps.
Danny, do I think that the Craven Busch closest finish will be beaten? Never. Never going to be one closer than that. That is as close as it gets in NASCAR. There is no possible way that 2 rando guys in Kansas could ever beat that.
Right now, he's in 14th place. The man alongside him, Kevin Harvick, 29.
Pretty impressive.
The 10th place car.
38 come from way back.
Do I expect Brad Keselowski to win a Cup race in the near future? Who is that? Who's Brad Keselowski? I know Bob Keselowski. You got a son I don't know about?
Our DLP HD TV Ultimate Picture Cam floating above the start.
Okay, this is okay. Y'all are just getting crazy. Cars 195 says he thinks that Chicago's gonna have a straight race one day. No, that'd be stupid. They have Chicagoland Speedway. Are you out of your mind? Why would they ever do that?
We saw Kurt do that earlier, right behind the 99, kind of changed the roles a little bit.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Champa Bay B says that they were at this race, right at the start-finish line. Probably saw him at some point there by the fence. So 17 laps to go.
Look up by the wall.
This is another pack.
Clint Boyer coming back into the picture. He's flirted with the top 10 all night in that blackjack.
Still haven't seen a wreck or anything. I thought it was going to be coming there soon, but still not yet.
Our Daytona 500 winner.
We got 16 to go.
Jimmy Johnson sits in 5th place in his low Chevy. Matt?
Some sparks are flying.
Teammates, Mike. Now, besides that special paint scheme, he also has a special Darrell Waltrip edition chrome-looking helmet. Also, he was going to use black gloves tonight to go along with his new paint scheme. But when he realized that the black gloves would be difficult for the car behind him to see when he's giving hand signals whether to pit.
Do I think NASCAR will run in an NFL stadium in the near future? No, I don't see that happening. You know, maybe, I think it'd be cool if they ever played a football game at Bristol Motor Speedway, though. I mean, maybe a college football game. Tennessee Vols, maybe play, I don't know, Virginia Tech. Is that kind of right in the middle? That'd be cool to see that one day.
It's just not going to be the night that he had last night. It's kind of a lonely man.
Oh, man, Junior Nation. So sad. He's just all alone. Oh, man, Junior Nation. Bad night.
Restrictor plate king at Daytona. One of the 3 drivers listed, or perhaps none of the above. 54% of you said Dale Earnhardt Jr.
I will agree 54%. In that time, in that era, Dale Jr. was hard to beat on super speedways. Danny, do you think you'll start a NASCAR Rookie podcast in 10 or so years with a man from Illinois, Texas, and Nevada? I mean, you never know about the future.
Has Matt Kenseth or Jeff Gordon or Bobby Labonte been saving something for Stewart?
The sloth nerd thinks that maybe they'll play a baseball game at Bristol in the near future. Oh, we're under caution, guys.
And Bobby Labonte have crashed.
Oh, what?
Pit road is open. Steve.
4 tires for Matt Kenseth.
Johnson, Labonte, they were having such good days.
No other adjustments, just 4
Well, I guess Johnson's not going to win another super speedway race.
It's going to take 4 tires as well, but the 29 of Harvick's back end is sticking out. Harvick now moving. Matt.
Jeff Gordon in. 4 tire change for the 24 is the 20 of Stewart, and the 2, the 38, all service complete. Gordon's finally away.
Well, I'm going to tell you what.
Danny, am I on MySpace? No, I'm not on MySpace.
We definitely had some teams roll the dice and went with just 2 tires. I'm pretty sure Greg Biffle in that 16 car.
Look at J.J. Yeley, gained 11 spots there in 4th place.
Less than 10 laps to go may not be a bad move.
26 did too, I believe, Larry.
I think we had several cars that did that.
Yaley, Hamlin as well. Big gains on pit road.
Sorry if I heard something.
Laps and we got to go. That's a great call, I think
so.
The fight for 4th place was very hotly contested.
I think the Braves will finally win the World Series.
Now there's cars all around. You get
2021, possibly. Okay, so Jimmy Johnson and Bobby Labonte was the ones they said crashed. Oh no, oh no. Oh, he just had an air bubble and then off they go.
And as we have well made note, that's at over 180 miles per hour you're turning down in that corner.
And what's happening right there is just too many cars moving around. The 2, the 38, and it
Sad day for the Shamu car.
Bobby was on the outside of him. Bobby isn't there. Jimmy may have not even hit the wall. He may have gone up and kissed it. But with Bobby there, you see it.
KCMO Rail fan says, Danny, who knew in the future Amtrak will retire their P42 DCs of brand new locomotives? That's crazy. Need for Speed 5353 says this Jimmy Johnson guy sucks. I mean, he won the first 2 super speedway races this year. He's got potential.
Tell you what, we had about 34, 35 cars on
Alessandro, okay, this is more of a serious question. How did I meet Jarrett and Eric? Jarrett, I was literally still fresh into YouTube, and I get an email before I'm about to take a shower one night, and it's from Jarrett saying, hey, we should collaborate on something. So I said, okay, why don't we just talk about going to live stream after one of the duels one day. So after 2018 duels, we just went live and on YouTube. And then Eric, I had known about Eric's channel for a little bit. I've been watching him. And straight up, me and Jarrett just bombarded his chat enough while he was playing Fortnite to the point that he actually talked to us afterwards and agreed to come on our live show. And it kind of just expanded from that and became NWP.
Pretty hard. He's going to restart this race back in 37th position, still on the lead lap.
I'll say one thing about him. In a wreck like that, he had the presence of mind to keep the wheels kind of turned to the right a little bit so the car didn't come down in front of all the oncoming traffic.
11 laps to go. Bobby Labonte's night is over.
Yeah, Labonte's car is pretty much done.
Being caught up in Jimmy Johnson's crash.
That's too bad. He was having such a good race.
The Pepsi 4 has Vickers 13 in this race. Before those recent rounds of pit stops, 4 tires, 2 tires could change things.
Goodbye, Jimmy.
Jimmy Johnson bringing out the caution here. Everybody's okay. Connecting like a magnet here with Bobby Labonte. So the 4th caution of this race, leaving Boris at the leader with 10 laps to go. This has been
yeah, basically, Cars Boy 95. That's how it happened. We just annoyed Eric enough, but it's led from there.
Well, I don't think he wanted to come down in front of the oncoming traffic. I think he thought there was probably a lot of cars right on their back bumper. He just kept the car kind of pinned right up there where it was.
All right.
I know, Champa Bay. We were crushed. We were crushed.
Boris said leading Casey Mears. They did not pit. Greg Biffle, Elliott Sadler, Jamie McMurray, Yaley, Hamlin, Gordon, Kenseth, and Stewart, the top 10.
Now, we've always been talking about Hamlin all week.
Wait.
I'm not sure about the strategy those two
Boris said is back in the lead.
They were not hardly going to get a top 20 finish if they pitted with everyone. Actually, if the cars had changed 4 tires, Jeff
Started in the front, and somehow he's back in the front towards the end.
Cars come back to the front pretty quickly. Having cars in front of you to draft off.
9 laps to go, folks. We're coming down to the end here.
Fresh tires here will make you a superhero. Let's see who flies through the field.
Boris said might be in the lead, but he is quickly realizing he needs to get out of the way.
He, Jamie McMurray, J.J. Yaley, Elliott
No, he's
Sadler,
not.
They have 2 fresh right side tires.
Got Said, McMurray, Sadler.
Pastor Barney Hall this morning. How fast does an anvil get to the bottom of a pond? That's how fast
Who's in a
it's gonna drop
26?
back after the green. But look,
Oh wait, no. Was that McMurray? Was Mears in the 42 at this time? I think that's what it was. Yeah, Mears is in the 42 by this point. There's McMurray in the 26.
Setup of this race car to go up there and sit on the front row.
So Boris said, I'm assuming it's in another Roush car. Goodness, how many Roush cars do they have? Boris said, Carl Edwards, Mark Martin, Matt Kenseth, Greg Biffle.
I don't know if he's got a grip on the lead or not.
They had 6.
He's fast enough.
One of America's
Boris
top
said,
racers, his
Mark
father,
Martin,
an Olympic
Matt
bobsled
Kenseth, Greg
and
Biffle,
sports car
Carl
ace.
Edwards, Jamie McMurray. Yeah,
Boris
they had
said
6.
Leads at Daytona with 8 laps to go.
And what happens is they're pretty soon panic will set in.
Ooh, close there, Tony. Close on your teammate.
Get there and you'll start making dumb moves.
And just remember, the guy in second, 42 car, Casey Mears, that's a backup car. He was involved in that practice crash on Thursday.
And there's going to be some guys back here that are going to get real.
8 laps to go, 7 to go this time by. We're getting kind of crazy, guys. We're getting down towards the end. Here we go. Boris said it's way far out from the front now. And after him, it's just, they're 3 by 3 by 3. 1 out, 2 by 2 by 2, and 3 by 3 by 3. They're all over the place back there, guys.
Bobby, how disappointing with a great race car and a great team effort.
Oh, here we go. Big wreck. Caution's out.
Here we go, boys. Got the big one off of turn 2 back here, guys.
Yep. Mark Martin, Greg Biffle.
Greg Biffle have crashed.
Actually, it wasn't as big as I thought it was going to be when it started. There were a lot of cars around, but only 2 really got involved.
Well, I was just talking about how many cars. Oh, Gordon's in it. Dang, Gordon. Yep, he's done. It's killed.
Boy, Hendrick Motorsports is
It's killed.
fortunes turned sour in a hurry. 48 on the last caution.
The fans are going crazy because Jeff Gordon crashed. That dates it right there. Oh, there's another Roush car. Carl Edwards. I was just talking about how many cars that Roush had in this race. They had 6 cars. So what happened here?
2-16 of Biffle and Gordon coming.
Oh, Yaley gets into the back of the 16.
Yeah, it looked more like maybe Greg come down on Yaley. Maybe Yaley come up. It's hard for me to tell. So half of Roush's cars were in that wreck right there.
Or did he cut down in front of him, or did he lift a little bit coming off of that corner?
Let's see if the aerial view shows.
So let's see, who was at fault here?
Down, or does Yaley come
Was it
up?
Biffle or Yaley who was at fault?
Yaley gets up right about here. This car on the bottom.
This angle actually don't show it too well because it zooms out.
The 24 come in there. He's just in that pocket.
I don't know. It's a racing deal.
Boys, I call it hard racing with 6 laps to go.
Yeah, I don't put any blame on anybody. That's just we saw it. You see that coming at the end of this race.
The simple explanation of whether Biffle turned down or Yaley.
Say J.J. Yaley was at no fault
No,
whatsoever.
J.J. didn't do anything. He
Not
did
at all.
Right there, you see it perfectly clear. And Jeff Gordon again, kind of like the
Kind of sped up there a little bit, but
just on the outside of a car at the wrong time.
I think they were saying maybe it wasn't really J.J. Yaley's fault. Maybe it was more like Biffle just connect. Okay, actually, let's watch here. Yeah, I think it's more Biffle there. Now that I see that angle, I think Biffle just come down in front of him.
Well, I don't know how many tires Tony Stewart took.
He's went to the front.
It didn't hurt him.
No, it has not. That's exactly right.
Yeah, that's a hard lick for Jeff Gordon.
Yeah, that was a good hit by Gordon. Yep, we're done. It's killed.
The right front
It's killed.
was done,
It's over.
And he had no brakes. He has.
Oh dang, he couldn't even get back to the pits. He was driving.
And Denny Hamlin, who is trying to get back into the top 10, Jeff knocked him out last week. He's sitting there in 10th place right now. So there could be a little movement around the bottom of the bottom 10 guys in the chase.
You're right, Daryl.
Yeah. Gordon was pretty well hated back then. Still coming off of the 04 season. He's hated for most of his career though. So if you weren't a Gordon fan, you didn't like him. So
now let's go back to the garage and Steve.
Thanks a lot, Mike. Appreciate it. Bobby, again, I was asking you how disappointed after a great team effort to be here in the garage.
Still disappointing since the first time you talked to me a while ago. It's just very frustrating. You know, the guys in the Cheerios, Betty Crocker Dodge, did a great job. You know, we didn't qualify that good, but we knew Friday afternoon we had a good race car, and or Thursday afternoon we had a good race car. Ran consistent and steady, and didn't do anything wrong. We don't think any throughout there. And then we just got up there close to the wall in turn 3. I'm not sure what happened below us, but obviously the 48 car was there, and I don't know if somebody got into him or got him loose. But we collected the wall, and he collected us, and that was our night. But the guys did a good job, a great job. The guys in the Fab Shop were great. We're getting there. It's just that stuff like this really makes it hard on us.
Thanks for your patience. Thanks, Bobby.
Look at that big dent in the side of Johnson's car there.
The lead lap. There are 36 cars on the lead lap. You see Carl Edwards still with problems as he comes out.
Carl, I think you're done, bud.
He came out to stay on the lead lap, and he'll likely come back in the pits next time around.
Carl needs to bring it back in.
What we've got here now. We're going to have 3 laps to go.
Alessandra said, back in 2006, I predicted that Bobby Labonte would make the chase that season in the 43. Let's just say, my prediction at that time aged like milk. I can imagine so. I can imagine so.
Lined up with 4 fresh tires, and they were coming. So actually, I don't know that move by staying out by Frankie Stoddard, the 60 car, or Donnie Wingo in the 42 car is going to win the race for him. But I think maybe these caution laps are buying them some time. It will be a single file restart.
Do you remember what Boris said promised Dick Berggren he would do if he won this race?
He would mow his...
Shave his head.
Shave his head.
Mow is a good term.
Yeah, mow it.
He has big curly locks.
Wow, so Boris said he would cut his hair if he won this race.
And the shaving cream ready?
Oh yeah, I'm ready. But I'll tell you what, Mike, they've all been chasing Tony Stewart since these cars arrived at Daytona a few days ago. Stewart won the first practice, qualified on the outside of the front row, and has largely dominated the race tonight, leading more laps than anybody else.
All right, chat. Let's hear it. Who do you guys? Who wins this race?
By the way he is driving the car.
Who do you think will win? 60. Said. 20. Stewart.
Or Tony Stewart, the guy who has already won here at Daytona 8 times.
5.
I think Tony
Bush.
pull up beside of him and see what's written on the quarter panel, because that's Boris said.
No
And
fear,
who's behind him?
I think he's nervous.
Waiting to see who's back behind Bush. I don't see.
Last week.
Okay, change the camera, Fox.
Those two got into a bit of a
And then 42 mirrors. So who do you guys think's gonna win?
That's why Tony thinks Boris is nervous. He looks back and he
Who
says,
do you guys think's gonna win?
I'll tell you, if you want to talk about no fear, that kid back there in 3rd, Kyle Busch in that 5, and he
A lot of people are thinking Stewart might win.
He is hungry to win a race.
But some people think that Sid might be able to pull it off. They want to see that. They want to see that head get shaved. No one's confident in Casey Mears.
Casey Mears.
Some people think Kyle Busch might.
Jamie McMurray 6th. They will green flag this race with 3.
3 laps to go for Boris Said, guys.
Now, they were telling Boris.
Oh, they're getting crazy back there. We might have another caution. I don't like how far out Boris got right there. He's so far out from the pack.
He'd like to give that spot back, Larry, but he can't.
No, they're breathing down his neck.
They're going to catch that draft and they're just going to fly up to him. I already know it.
If somebody jumps out, here you go. This is what's good.
Okay, Kyle Busch. Ooh, all the tires down there.
But I guarantee you, Tony Stewart in that 20 car, he knows he
See, look, there they go. They're flying.
but he's going to have to go to the top
Boris Boris said just left way too much room there. And he's just sitting duck. Well, hey, now they're leaving Tony out there to dry a little bit.
Now here's where Boris might be a little bit nervous.
And Kyle Busch is going to draft to Tony now.
Side by side. Stewart has help.
2 laps to go. People have said they think Tony's going to win. I think Tony might win too because Said just was not ready on that restart. Now Kyle Busch might have something to say about it, but Said just was not the car. He got that heck of a qualifying run. He got the pole, but he had way too much room on that restart. I think Tony's actually all by himself. And now the Busch brothers are down here. Can they time it? Can they make this run?
He doesn't need anybody up behind him.
Well, blood is thicker than water, but most brothers in racing would rather beat their own brother than anybody else.
All right, here we go, chat. White flag for Tony Stewart.
Boys, it's 1 to go, and the Busch boys are in hot pursuit.
And here comes Matt Kenseth in that 17 car on the high side. He's getting help from his teammate McMurray in the 26.
Kyle Busch, can you do anything?
Kenseth has never won here, but he's taking the long way around on the outside.
Don't worry, Kenseth. You'll have your day at Daytona.
Just remember, it gets really tense.
You'll have your day 2 times.
Back right here, you start blocking in turn 3. Caution is out.
What?
Caution is out.
Debris.
Will we go to overtime or will the checkered flag wave?
That's it. We were in the white flag.
Yeah, it's the white flag. There is no overtime. Wait, where's the debris? I don't see it. Oh, that's a piece of a tire. That didn't need to be a caution. That didn't need to be a caution. Boo! I mean, I'm fine Tony Stewart winning, but boo, I want a better finish than that. That didn't need to be a caution. What a BS caution, NASCAR.
The race ended under caution. How about Boris Said? Sat on the pole, a top 5 finish, and a great car.
I don't remember it being like that. That sucked. I don't remember the finish being like that. That sucked.
In the All-Star race?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Remember that when he...
Caution for a piece of tire debris. That didn't need to be a caution.
And I think this should help them sell more cases now.
And run more races.
How stupid. That didn't need to be a caution.
Stewart starting Thursday night here when he thoroughly dominated the International Race of Champions, putting on a driving clinic.
Yeah, Jake Elkhorn. Go Balls. Yep, this is the first year he became really obsessed with good old NASCAR.
And here he is going to victory lane.
I wouldn't be obsessed with after that. What a BS call.
And I tell you, I saw him get in that car before the race started. We had a camera on him. And he was...
I mean, he was the fastest car of the whole race, but still. BS call. I want to see what Kyle and Kurt could have done there.
This is where Tony Stewart started climbing fences.
As a matter of fact, it was. Carl Edwards sped past the whole pack at the start-finish line, and he has been invited to a discussion.
Yep, Alessandro, NASCAR has been consistently inconsistent since 1949. Will I do a live race watch of the 2007 Daytona 500? We actually already did that one. Me and Claudia have done that one before. KCMO Rail fan. It's been a while, but we did that one back years ago.
Officially, that will put him within 10 points of points leader Jimmy Johnson, who had a rough night in that 48 car.
Andrew Liner said major blue balls watching that after not knowing who was going to win. I agree. I mean, I feel like I knew Tony won because I kind of saw pictures of him when looking at pictures for the thumbnail. But I forgot how he won. And that just kind of makes me mad. That's a BS way to win the race.
Yeah, I don't believe we're going to see any fence climbing tonight. That wing might be all right, but I don't think I'd want to test it. Give me the flag like I used to do back on the dirt tracks in Indiana.
I think he might come out, Darryl.
I think he's going
he's coming out.
Oh, well.
Tony Stewart going to get out. This is back when things were natural. No forced front stretch interview. The team is out there to celebrate. They're all going to climb together. Got NASCAR officials here.
Here he goes.
There goes Tony.
How high is this fence anyway?
He scaled that thing pretty rapid.
Oh, he did. That's what winning will do for you.
Get rid of the DVR, person.
And captures the flag.
Wow. Just climb straight up there. He's going to just get in, help him over.
That is his signature salute to the fans of this sport.
That was pretty cool how you do that back in the day.
One of the reasons he's happy about this right here, because when you look back at his last 6 races, he has only had one top 10 finish.
Well, and Larry, think about this. He's won 4 of the next 6 races, and counting tonight. Last year he won 4 of the last 6 races, counting tonight. So this is his time, baby.
Well, good for you, Tony Stewart. Good for you. There's your winner.
Hey, this fella's hot. Everybody wants a piece of Tony Stewart. We'll find Stewart in Victory Lane next.
Oh yeah, let's actually go to Victory Lane. Let's actually enjoy that.
Fireworks on this 4th of July weekend.
Fireworks are shooting off here from Daytona. Post-race show. Something we don't have anymore. We had it back then, but don't have it no more.
86 of the laps.
Wasn't Doritos and Mountain Dew said, wasn't this a race where Tony said he was too fat to be climbing fences? I don't know. Maybe he'll say it in Victory Lane.
For Chevy, 25 of the last 43 NASCAR Manufacturers Championships and counting. Chevy.
What about 2004, 2002 Pepsi 400 watch along? Maybe, especially in the off season, we might do some of that. I don't know if I'm gonna do this every week, but I would definitely like to do it a lot more. I've already got one in mind for Watkins Glen weekend. I'd like to do one for that. Just kind of leave that as a secret for now. But I'd like to do more of these again. These were very fun back in the day when we were doing these. I'd like to start doing them again. Just have a little bit more consistent content on the channel. Give you guys something to enjoy, something to watch with me, and maybe even start doing a few live streams on Danny B Trains as well. Doing some trains content there. But I feel like the NASCAR officials are just jerk. Oh, fans are pulling on Tony. Oh my gosh, this is wild. This is wild.
A Pepsi 400 record, 15 different leaders, 29 lead changes late. Boris said had that lead. Looked like he might pull it off. Let's check in with Borisset and Matt Yoder.
The most popular guy on Chris Myers.
Hear from Borisset.
What does this mean for you and this team? Only 2 races under your belt.
It's awesome. I mean, it just says so much about the quality stuff we have. The Sobe No Fear Energy Drink Racing Team.
Oh, this is not a Roush car. It's something else. Sobe No Fear Racing Team. I just assumed that was a Roush car.
Resources back at the shop. The guys that put this body on at Roush Racing, you know, they're really
oh, it's affiliate of Roush. Okay. Okay.
I just held it wide open those last 15 laps, and anyone could have done that in this car. But the engine was awesome. Everyone at Roush Yates, I appreciate it. It's the best equipment I've ever been in, and it's the highlight of my racing career. And I just feel like Rocky Balboa in the 15th round. I feel like I won. And hopefully we can get some momentum, get our fans out there to start backing our Sobe No Fear energy drink and stop buying Red Bull and those other nonsense brands. And if we sell more cases, we're going to do more races. So that's our motto.
Try to do more races. He felt like it was.
Oh, the shade, the Red Bull back then. I don't think that brand made it. I don't think that brand made it far at all.
His breath in Victory Lane, so it's tougher to drive the car. Oh, he's going to come out. All right, come on out, Tony.
Come on out, Tony. Get your Coca-Cola.
This guy he's into extended celebration tonight. Why not after what he has done? All right, my friend. Was it harder to
like how they slowly pulled off that Pepsi thing from the front because he's a Coke driver, and they're give him that Coke to drink at the Pepsi 400 race.
Let's go around here and let them climb it this time. I can't do that though. It's I'm so proud of all these guys. These guys are the ones that made it happen. It's not me. You know, we go to these restrictor plate races. It's Greg Zeppedelli and everybody on this Home Depot team. They do such a good job, and all of Home Depot corporate supports us 100%. Coca-Cola and just everybody involved with this. They've done such a good job, and it's been a long weekend. It's been a long, hot weekend. I cannot wait to get out.
Oh yeah, Timmy Wolf brings a good point. Boris said it was basically what Rick Ware is to RFK today. Yeah, that's a good point. Pretty much is.
Pepsi 400 here at Daytona, climbed the fence, went on to win more races and a championship, and now the fans love Tony Stewart. How big is that for you?
It's cool, and they may call this Pepsi 400, but Coca-Cola still tastes a hell of a lot better. So I'm gonna drink this
The
stuff
shade, the
tomorrow, whether I'm
Pepsi.
or not. So always have, always will. But you know, it's so cool. I mean, that's the best thing in the world is climbing up that fence and getting in that flag stand. And it doesn't matter what shirts they got on or what hat, they're all cheering up there. I made the mistake of going down the ladder, thought there was a gate there. Didn't find the gate and was in the mosh pit for a while. So I'm pretty sure.
Now it's funny, all that shade, the Pepsi, and now Pepsi's not even in a sport no more. Coke still is, though, in a big way. And this race this weekend is now the Coke Zero 400.
Sonoma, so it's nice to finish this one off here.
Congratulations to you. Steve?
Thank you, Dick. Jeff Gordon coming off a great win on the road course at Sonoma. What unfolded in front of you tonight, Jeff?
Well, you know, we had guys out there that had no tires, some 2, some 4, and we had 4, and the car was handling great. My guys just did an awesome job tonight. I mean, in the pits and getting the car dialed in, because we weren't that great yesterday.
The lighting here is terrible. Like Jeff's hat is just blocking his eyes. It's like you don't even see his face too much. It's just that bright lights in that Pepsi hat.
Was going around him, and he just turned down on him. You know, there were so many guys that were complete idiots out there, and I want to badmouth every one of them, but I'm not going to because. You know, I guess if I don't have anything nice to say, I shouldn't say anything at all. But, you know, it was just unfortunate we got caught in it because, you know, the DuPont Pepsi Superman Return Chevrolet was awesome tonight. And I don't know if we had a shot at Tony, but we definitely had a shot at top 3 or 4. And, you know, I just hate that they got cut short.
Champa B says that his 110-pound, 17-year-old butt was in that mosh pit too, Tony. I bet that was fun. Thomas J. Hughes says that he prefers Pepsi over Coke as a Tony Stewart fan.
Yes, well, maybe next year. Maybe next year.
Well, Jeff Gordon falls to 12th in the points. He drops 4 spots. Tony Stewart climbs
Jeff
2
Gordon
with his victory night, and Boris said gets to play that old CSNY tune, Almost Cut My Hair.
Last week, we saw a gutsy call by a crew chief. Felipe Lopez got his man a 3rd place finish. Tonight, another gutsy call by a crew chief, Frankie Stoddard, got his man a 4th place finish. You crew chiefs sometimes earn your money, you know it?
Well, I think what you've got to look at Frankie Stoddard as well as Donnie Wingo with Casey Mears. Remember, Casey Mears was in a backup car. He made that call as well. But at the top of the show, Mike, we talked about pit crews. We talked about teams. You look at Kurt Busch that sat there and finished 3rd. That group changed their battery. Elliott Sadler's group, Matt Kenseth's group had problems on pit road, and all of those cars rebounded.
Sorry for just sitting here and quiet. Sometimes it's just interesting to hear the post-race stuff because you just don't hear this kind of analysis after the races anymore.
Let's have a look at the Nextel Cup standings.
Oh yeah, let's do Jimmy Johnson points later at Kenseth, Junior, Case Kane, Tony Stewart, Martin, Burton, Busch, Harvick, Hamlin is your top 10. It's funny how big of a gap it is from 1st to 3rd, and then 1st to 2nd is only 13 points. That is wild. That is crazy.
Chris Myers.
All right, Mike, Darryl, Larry, nice working with you.
We're not going to listen to Chris Myers. That's actually going to do it for tonight. The return of classic race watch-alongs. It was fun. Hope you guys had a great time. I would definitely like to do more of these in the future. I don't know if we'll do one next week, but definitely Watkins Glen week, we're going to do one. And I think it's appropriate to do 2012. I don't think I've done that one before, but 2012 Watkins Glen seems appropriate to do that one. And I think that's the one you guys can next expect from me for a classic race watch along. So until then, hope you guys have had a great time, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day as always, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.